So, welcome to my channel. My name is Mercy, and I go by Mercy Nurse. I am a Kenyan, born Kenyan, went to school, college, nursing in Cape Town, South Africa, and then came to the US as a nurse. So, I'm going to tell you about my journey as a nurse because I have a lot of friends who at this point they are in the process of getting their stuff to come over to the US, and they've been asking me about it. But since I'm not really somebody who does a lot of videos and stuff like that, so I decided why not just do a video on my channel instead of me having to keep on chatting with them and like, okay, you need to do this and this. So I can actually just refer them to my channel and they can just go and watch, because as you all know, it's really not easy to keep responding to every one of you. So sit tight. It's gonna be like, I think I'll have to do it in sections because it's a long story. So let's see how it goes. But before you do that, subscribe and share and like. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. So first of all, I would say like just give you a little bit about myself. So I was born in Kenya, went to school in Kenya, went to high school in Mogori Girls High School, and then after high school, the following year I went to study in South Africa. So I like to say sometimes it's like I didn't think that I would be studying there, but I'm not going to be mentioning names on this video, but I will just refer, like I had a cousin, so she invited me to go there. I went and studied nursing. So I was still a teenager. Yeah, I was still a teenager. So I went to Cape Town and then enrolled in one of the colleges. And then I did the diploma in nursing. So after I did the diploma in nursing, then I started working in one of the hospitals. We call I'll just use like the initials like VPH. For those who know it will know. For those who are in Cape Town will know where it is. So that's when I thought about I think I want to work in the US or Canada or UK or Australia, just adventures. So I decided to start like the process of the whole, with the IELTS, like the English exam. If your nurses should know, like that's the one that if you want to relocate to another country, then you have to do that. So in 2017, that's when I started the whole process, I would say. So I was visiting a friend and one of the other friend, so we were like two of us and we were talking, and then she was like, oh, I went to sit for my exam in Sydney, my NCLEX. By that time, I didn't even know what the hell is NCLEX. So I was like, whew, what is that? So it got me like, that was 2017. Before I even met her, I had already like did taken this the IELTS the exam, but I didn't score a 7 because the one who was like helping me said, oh, if you got a 7 in all the, like the reading, the writing, the listening, and what's the other one? It's reading, it's writing, it's speaking. So I got a 6.5 on one of them. So I didn't make it to have like four sevens for me to get to the UK or Australia. So what happened is, so now I was speaking to this friend and I was like, oh, I already sat for this IELTS and I didn't get a 7. So and then she was like, no, you only need average score of 6.5 to go to the US as long as you have a 7 in the speaking. And I had a 7 in speaking. That's how it all started. And I was like, oh, wow, that is cool. So I took it's Avant Healthcare, but nowadays there's like multiple um legit agencies that you can relocate with. But for now, I'm just gonna talk about my journey, which is with Avant Healthcare, so that whoever is in the process can benefit, and just to give you some hints or whatever how I ended up here. Um, yes. So 2017, I got to the everything is online. It's you don't have to know anything like computers or whatever. You just go and you Google Van healthcare professionals. Just make sure that you're on the right one, because nowadays they have like people trying to, the internet, they always try to have these fake websites. So I did. I sent my resume. I sent that, and then I waited. So it was actually the two of us started at the same time with this other friend, and she got the reply before me, and I was like, I knew, oh, 3 days, I don't have anything, nothing, and I thought, they're not gonna, maybe they didn't like me. So, and then by that time, remember, I was already a registered nurse, South African registered nurse, registered with the SANC, because SANC in South Africa. And then I was working in ICU. I was already like a shift leader there. It's more like a charge nurse in the US. So I was in cardiac ICU. I knew all about cardiac because cardiac is my specialty. That's what I like doing. So I had a good CV, I would say. So before you apply, I would say just look at what's your, sorry, what is your, like your strong, like your strong what do they call it, like strongholds, like where is your, are you a med surge, are you in ICU, are you dialysis, psych, all that. So I knew that if I make my CV to be more show all the skills that I have done, like I know how to take care of a patient coming from a bypass. I've been a charge nurse in ICU. I know how to titrate all the drips or whatever. I have taken care of balloon pump, valve replacements, pacemakers. That and that time I was also doing these patients like with ECMO. With there was patients we used to have like ECMO patients. We used to have like neuro patient like brain surgery. So it was my CV was quite good. So somebody advised me to just make it look like, it's like you're selling yourself. So if you don't sell yourself, how are you gonna get the job? You have to sell yourself. So I was so good in selling myself on the CV. Yes. It wasn't like a one-to-one interview. No. So it's something you have to say. That is the advantage of it. You're not talking to somebody, because when you're talking to somebody, that's a different story, because you might also feel like you're anxious, or you're just, not everybody likes to be in front of like in front of people. So this is your CV I'm talking about, not really like an interview. We're not getting there yet. Yes, so I did have a good CV. Finally, I think it was day 4. I got a message. Okay, would like to start the process. I was like, oh, beautiful, finally, because I've been waiting for this. But I didn't know that it's gonna come with a lot of challenges. So when they sent me a message and they were like, oh, now you need to send us the transcript. So now I have to start the process of going to college and get my transcripts, because I didn't have at that time. And then they can start the process. So this is where all that, you see, that was 2017. And I came to the US in 2019. But remember, this takes a while, but I'll tell you why it looks like it took a while, but I'll tell you where like everything started and how long it took for me. Because what happened is they asked me to follow transcripts. I went to college, and then the principal, you know, it didn't happen as I expected. So what happened is I just gave up, and I just was like, that was 2017 September. So I was like, "Ah, I'm just gonna leave it for some time." So I left it. I didn't do anything about it, and they're still waiting for me. So I told them, okay, I'm waiting for the college to send me this transcript, and as soon as I have them, I'm gonna send them to you. So I left it like that because I was like, I don't wanna blow my chances here. If I tell them I don't feel like doing it, it might, it might come to bite me. So I was like, I'm not gonna tell them that. Let me just tell them that I'm waiting for the college. So every time they would message me, hey, did you get your transfer? Remember, oh, ma'am, sorry, ma'am, I'm just waiting for the college, and they having some issues, and as soon as I get it, I will give it to you. So then, so I'm gonna break this into parts. So for now, I'll just tell you until when I got, like, when I now fully like restarted the whole process. So I waited, and then I had to travel. I traveled, and then when back, I was back in Kenya, and I was thinking, oh Lord, I just wanna start over again. So I was in Kenya, and I called my cousin, and I said, "Hey, can you just go to the principal and ask them? Because it's like he was in the same college, he was in the nursing program." So I said, "Can you speak to them and ask the secretary to just give you my whatever, my send me my transcript, because I think I need it. I think I'm ready to start this thing now." So I he did. He went to the college, he got the transcript, and by that time, it was 2018 May. Mm-hmm. I think that was after 8 months. So never give up. Don't. Whether they say no, just push. Just wait. So I did. I took the transcript, I sent them to the agency, Avant Healthcare, and they replied. They were like, "Oh, good. Now that we have your transcript, now we would like you to start the process with the CGFNS." So my next part will be me speaking about the CGFNS and how I went about it, all the frustrations that I got, and yeah, all that. But with the transcript, there's a form that they send you that you have to take to college first before even, and then you attach it with the transcript. I don't know if they're doing it the same thing like now, but that's how they used to do it. They would send us a form, and then we fill it out. The college fill it out. We send them, and then they send us. We send with the transcript. So, and then after that, then they take you to the next step, which is gonna be preparing for NCLEX and start with the CGFNS. So, guys, for you to hear the next part, I would like you to subscribe, share with your friends or whoever can benefit from this, and I'll be back with another one, another part of it, and the next will be, let's see, CGFNS, and then we'll just break it down into small segments. Just, I don't want to bore you, so I know it's boring, it can be boring. Anywho, so for now, let's leave it to there, and I'll come back with another one. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you with the next one.